This is your goofy Uncle GreatTreeJam, and I want to welcome you back to another episode of Mass Effect 1. Last time we left off, we began UNC Geth Incursions, and we finished taking out the Geth outpost on planet Maji. We only have a few more outposts left, but between now and then, we've got quite a bit of work to do. I want to talk to Wrex and Garrus real quick because it turns out they have some unique dialogue. Wrex has a story about his past regarding one of his prior contracts. Let's talk to him and get a little background from Wrex.
Never a dull moment with you, Shepard.
You ever go on any missions like ours before?
Saving the galaxy from certain destruction? No. But I've had my share of adventures.
Do you remember any that stick out?
A few. I remember one time I was hired by a Volus diplomat. What an ass.
I guess even politicians have need of mercs from time to time, huh?
Time to time. If it wasn't for politicians, I'd be out of work. They're always looking for ways to get ahead. This one was no different. He wanted me to erase his past. Get rid of an old friend who knew too much. Huh. His old friend turned out to be an Asari commando.
I can see why that might give you pause.
What? No. Alina and I were old friends. Sort of. We met when we were both contracted to kill the same Turian. Neither of us wanted the other one to get him first. We spent more time fighting each other than tracking that Turian.
An Asari commando mercenary. That's unusual, isn't it?
I wouldn't say it's unusual. Mercs come in all shapes. Anyway, when I told Alina about the diplomat's contract, she and I had a good laugh about it.
So what'd you do?
Well, I wasn't going to lose the contract, but I respected Alina. In the end, I let her pick the location where we'd fight. She chose some old Solarian space station overrun with mercs and smugglers. That way we didn't have to worry about hurting any innocent bystanders. She always was a bit of a softie.
What happened on the station?
What didn't happen? For 2 days I chased her through that station, used my entire store of ammunition, had to kill a bunch of mercs and use their crap weapons. By the third day, the station was barely holding together. The mercs were dead or gone, life support was failing, but I had her. She'd locked herself in the med labs. She was trying to patch herself up. Damn tough, that one. Then just when I thought I had her, the station's core went critical. Barely made it back to my ship in time.
I assume the Asari commando didn't make it.
I watched the station from a distance. I never saw her leave. And when that place blew, there was nothing left larger than a Turian's right nut. So I headed back to the diplomat to give him the good news and collect my pay. But before I got halfway there, Alina sent me a message. Better luck next time. Now, I'm not superstitious, but if someone can survive that, well, they deserve to live. At least for a bit longer.
What about the diplomat? He wanted her dead.
I told him the truth. Alina was still alive and she was really pissed. I told him if he wanted to live, he'd need me around to protect him.
You're smarter than you look, Wrex.
He kept me on as his personal guard until he died. Natural causes. Easiest job I've ever had. A little boring, but credits are credits.
Now, this story is a bit interesting because in Mass Effect 2, we're going to be meeting a character early on who seems to fit some of the descriptive features that Wrex gave of the mercenary Alina. I'm not going to spoil it too much, But let's go ahead and talk to Garrus real quick.
So long, Wrex.
Shepard.
We can talk to Garrus over here, and he's going to give us a little something, kind of the, I guess you can say it's the final thing that he has to say to us. Something very significant about the direction he's going to take once he leaves the Normandy.
Commander, I wanted to thank you.
What for, Garrus?
For everything. Taking me with you, letting me be part of your team. I've learned a lot. I've thought a lot about what you've told me. About not sacrificing innocence to achieve the goal. About finding the best way through, not just the fastest. And I've been thinking about Dr. Salion too. I'd convinced myself that he deserved to die, but then I started thinking about why I wanted him dead. I realized it wasn't because of what he did to those people. That was part of it, but I think most of it was because he got away from me. He escaped under my watch, and I didn't like that. I let it become personal.
Words mean nothing until you turn them into action, Garrus. What are you gonna do about it?
Well, I'm going back to CSEC. I think I can make a difference there. I'll also reapply for Spectre training, but I'll do it right. I won't compromise myself to get there. If the people I'm sworn to protect can't trust me, then I don't deserve to be the one protecting them.
I'm glad you see it that way. Keep that in mind when we meet Saren.
Don't worry, Commander. I will.
Something I've noticed is that some of the recorded lines have a little bit of difference in volume that I can hear in game. I don't know how it's going to sound in the recording, but it's just one of those things I put up with. But since we played a Paragon character and not a Renegade character, and we tried to impart as much of that to Garrus as possible, Garrus is going to be taking the more accountable route, the route of someone who is willing to follow rules and regulations and not compromise himself in order to achieve his goals. And that's the kind of character that we're playing in this playthrough. But let me go ahead and get this elevator going. Now, in Mass Effect 2, it doesn't seem like the Paragon and Renegade decisions that you made with Garrus and your crew really matter too much, because one way or another, all paths lead to the same outcome. At least when it comes to meeting, like what happens between Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2 when you meet Garrus. But it's always fun to play these routes and just see what you can do with your character's morality. It's a shame that they didn't do a little bit more with how your decisions with Garrus, and especially with regards to Dr. Salion, just how that really, I want to see them flesh out some of the stuff that you did with Garrus a little bit more. But there is another opportunity to help Garrus realize that he needs to remain accountable and remain and keep his integrity intact in Mass Effect 2. I'm not going to spoil too much. I don't want to give you guys the answers before you actually see the stuff in game. So I'm going to keep quiet on that. But for now, we have another assignment world to tackle. Let's open up the galaxy map. And before I forget, some of you guys may have seen... fudge. Well, some of you guys may have seen the trailer for Mass Effect Andromeda. I guess I can go ahead and touch down on Planet Maji real quick and give my quick opinion on this. I don't have much to say about the trailer. I'm feeling both nervous, and I'm also feeling excited at the same time. It's kind of half and half. What we do know is that the Alliance does play some role. We do see two characters with N7 armor, and N7 is the highest achievement for Special Forces units in the Alliance. We also know that it takes part in a different galaxy, and I think that the storyline is set sometime well after the events of the Mass Effect trilogy. I'm still not sure how it's going to play out. I don't know what's going to happen or what BioWare is going to do with this game, but I am excited to see what they do. I would like to see what happens with Mass Effect Andromeda. And who knows, maybe it's something that I'd like to try out as just as something to do after the Mass Effect trilogy. It'd be interesting to see how things turn out. So those are my quick thoughts on that trailer. Let me go ahead and call for Wrexville, and we'll go to the right planet this time. I'm really not too sure about how I feel about another Mass Effect game. For me, Mass Effect ended at Mass Effect 3. So I want to see what happens with Mass Effect Andromeda, so I'm going to wait until the final product comes out before I give my final thoughts on that. But let's go ahead and scan the system of Hong and look for any resources. And like before, I've mentioned a million times, I will be just zipping through these planets real quick. I'm not going to read every single one. Something that I've been thinking about doing is actually, at the end of Mass Effect 1 playthrough, I'm thinking about going back and just providing a voiceover where I read the description of each and every planet. I'm not too sure how that's going to work. I don't know how much time I want to invest in doing that. But if it does happen, it'd be interesting to go back and do a little research. Just provide a little voiceover for every planet that I encounter in the game. It's going to be pretty ambitious for me, but it'll be sort of like something I can do after I've completed the main events in Mass Effect 1. But let's go ahead and make planetfall on planet Casbin. And since this is an assignment world, I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and read the description for this planet. Casbin is a classic pre-garden terrestrial world, with conditions similar to those on Earth millions of years ago. Its hot, humid atmosphere is mainly composed of nitrogen and carbon dioxide. An increasing amount of the surface is covered by simple lichen and algae. Should no unexpected calamity occur, these tiny plants will change the atmosphere to an Earth-like oxygen-nitrogen mix over the next few millennia. Due to its potential for future habitability and sapient life, Casbin has been designated a sanctuary world by the Citadel Council. Landing is prohibited by law, and any disturbance of the fragile young ecosystem will result in harsh fines and imprisonment. At present, the planet is passing through the debris tail of a long-period comet. Let's go ahead and land on the planet. I'm thinking the Council's not going to mind since we're Spectres. They're not going to imprison us for disturbing an, I guess you can say, early phase garden world. But this time we are taking Tali and Wrex along with us. Ladies and gents, we are go for planet Casbin. Let's begin our orbital drop. Alright, here we are on planet Casbin. What I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be driving up this way and collecting the stuff along this side of the AoE. And then I will drive out of bounds just to bring us back here. And then we're going to go this way. So what I will do is I will mark this on the map and I will see you guys at this location in just a bit. This looks beautiful right here. Okay, we are actually approaching one of the artifacts that we found on the map right about here. We gotta do a little bit of like some serious off-road challenge mountain climbing with our tank. But here it is. Let's go ahead and scan this artifact just real quick. Let's go ahead and just hack this thing. And it seems we have an ID tag for a special task group soldier, Captain Thane? I'm not going to pronounce that. But this is actually going to update the collection quests for Mass Effect 1. If you keep in mind, we actually have several collection quests that we can pursue, and that we will be pursuing. This is going to be, you have the, the Prothean data discs, Turian insignias, Asari diplomacy, and we've got locate the signs of battle between the League of One, the infamous League of One, and the Solarian Special Task Group, which at the time was newly formed to combat the League of One. We'll get into that a little bit later. And we also have valuable minerals, and we've been collecting these very slowly over the course of this game. Once we complete, or once we reach the requirements for completing each of these items, I will update that in the video description. But for right now, I'm going to mark this debris pile on the map, and I will see you guys there in just a bit. Okay, we are coming up on the debris pile. Let's go ahead and just slowly descend down. And I think we have ourselves a crashed probe. Let's take a look. Hang on, let me get a little even surface. A little easier said than done. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, how about this?
Cover me.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and salvage this probe. Let's begin manual bypass. And once again, I have attained nothing that I really want. That's okay. We can add to our Omni-Gel count. And if anything, it's nice to check just to make sure that we aren't missing anything. Now, if you look at the sensor, we can just begin to see some hostiles showing up on our map. Let me go ahead and mark this area here, and I will see you guys there in just a bit. Okay, we are coming up on the area that has hostiles, and it looks like one of the turrets over there has actually noticed us. We have a Geth turret firing at us right now. Let's go ahead and duck behind this hill real quick, and I'm going to relocate to where I'm a little bit closer to these guys. So right now we are actually, I guess say, due southwest of this little anomaly. It seems that we have a heavy weapons and armature outpost right here. I'm going to be using the same trick that I used in previous missions and assignments, and that is parking the front of the Mako behind something, keeping that obstructed so that the enemy cannot make a direct hit on us. Except for that time. That time we failed. Okay, let me go ahead and just see if I can get that going on. Can you hit me? Nope, you can't. Perfect. Alright, let me go ahead and just light this guy up. This is going to make it a little bit easier. Let me just zoom in on this guy. Alright. There we go. And I think we're looking pretty good. Let's inch out slowly and take on these armatures. Okay. Let's take this guy on top real quick. This is actually extremely easy. It's making it a lot easier for us to deal damage and not worry about taking any damage in return. But that's one Geth armature down. Let's go for this big guy next. And these guys are not able to do much to us at all. This is a very useful tactic if you are going to be using the Normandy for combat. I mean, not the Normandy, but the Mako. You're going to keep the front of the Mako obstructed and behind cover, and just peek at every now and then to take shots. That way you can minimize the damage done to the Mako, and especially on higher difficulties if you have a lot of enemies firing at you, this can help you quite a bit with your playthroughs. Well, let's take this guy out. I think we almost have him down. There we go. Now keep in mind, if you are not level 60, if you kill an enemy in the Mako, depending on what difficulty you're playing on, you will have quite a bit of experience deducted from the total experience points that you obtain from each enemy. So on lower difficulties you have minus 50% experience. On higher difficulties like Hardcore and Insanity you have negative 60% experience. So you only get 40% of the experience you would usually gain. Let's go ahead and take out this armature and this final remaining heavy turret, and I think we'll be good. Now this is actually not the Geth outpost that we are taking out on Casbin. This is something entirely unrelated. If you want to just have extra enemies to get extra experience, that's what this is here for, mainly. Taking this out does not impact the assignment in any way.
Area secured.
Okay. It looks like we've taken out these Geth here. Let's go ahead and move on. We actually have another something right here. It's actually a deposit that we can mine. But let me go ahead and just zip to that location real quick. Okay, we are just downhill of the anomaly where we found those Geth armatures and turrets. And here we have a gold deposit.
On my way.
Let's get out on foot and claim this for the Alliance. Alright. Oh, I missed that one. Let's go ahead and just claim it real quick. And there we go. We've updated our collection quest for Mass Effect 1. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to drive out of bounds, and I will actually do that off screen. So, once we drive out of bounds, we'll be back here, and I will see you guys there in just a moment. Alright, we are now back where we started, and I actually wanted to just get out on foot and admire the sky real quick. If you remember the planetary description for planet Casbin, you will note that it was At this moment, it was passing through the comet tail of a long-period comet. I believe here we can actually see the particles of that comet trail coming through the atmosphere, just burning up. I just wanted to take a look at this and just look around for a while and just note this pre-garden terrestrial world. Actually looks pretty beautiful and also pretty chaotic at the same time. That looks beautiful, actually. I almost feel like there's an ENB effect in game. I've been playing too much Skyrim, never mind. But it actually looks really nice for a game from 2007. It actually looks really nice sometimes. A lot of the areas, a lot of the worlds have terrain that's just added on and just tacked on onto a terrain map, a bump map. So, you know, not too much going for it there. But as you can see on the map, we actually have a deposit showing up, and you can actually see it on our sensor as well. Let me go ahead and do a little off-road challenge and bring us up to this deposit. Okay, almost there. Gotta be careful. And I think, here we go. Let's drive up to this little mound right here. And here we have some samarium.
I'm right here.
Let's claim this for the Alliance. I'm sure we're going to make a lot of people in the Alliance very happy. A lot of resources and a lot of goods. But now we actually have another ore deposit right around here. And here is the Geth outpost for this assignment. Let's go ahead and mark this area, and I will see you guys there. Okay, I've actually started off the recording a little sooner than I usually would. The reason I wanted to do that is because once you get up here, you will have Geth units already firing at you. So that will include rockets and snipers just trying to take you out and scrap your vehicle and send you and your comrades to the scrap pile. We don't want that. Let's move down a little bit further, and I believe we have an ore deposit somewhere close by. We're going to have to eyeball it. And we actually spotted it right here. Here we have some uranium. Let's get down into this bottom of this valley and just survey it real quick.
Area secured.
And something to keep in mind is that when you're in the Mako, your enemy detection radius will actually increase several fold. And this means that you need to drive a further distance away from a combat zone in order to not be in combat. But when you get out on foot, that detection radius actually decreases. You can actually make use of that as an exploit if you want to get out of combat and just make a save before you do anything risky. But let's go ahead and drive up to a little ridge overlooking the Geth outpost, and we're going to play sniper. I'm going to take out several enemies on foot before I move in for the final thrust. Gonna have to be a little careful about how I do this. I don't want to fall down and start all over again. That would suck. Let's put you right about here, big boy.
On my way.
Alright. Okay, we've got our sniper rifle ready. I'm gonna keep my squad mates right there, I guess. And I'm gonna crouch down and start sniping. Okay. Here we are. Say goodnight.
Now it gets fun.
Alright, we got one Geth down. Let's take out the sniper right here. He's down. Let's take out this rocket trooper right here. And keep in mind, the rocket troopers will always be small and colored red. The only other Geth troopers that are red are the Geth juggernauts. But anytime you see the color red on a Geth soldier, you can assume that it's capable of firing rockets at you and your team, so you want to be careful. The Geth juggernauts actually fire rockets at you at a much faster rate, so they're potentially more deadly. They're actually much more deadly than their smaller counterparts. Let's go ahead and nail this guy right here, and we have ourselves a sniper. It looks like he has a beat on us. Alright, he's down.
Perimeter secured.
Let's move. Let's change position just slightly. I don't want to move too far out of my nest.
Now it gets fun.
Okay. Take this guy down. Done deal.
All targets down.
Alright. I'm going to just take a look around. Okay, nothing yet. We still have 3 more enemies right in those towers down there. I'm gonna tell my squad mates to wait back here and wait. Okay, never mind. I was panicking there. I thought we were gonna like fall off the map and take fall damage. That was a close one. Okay. Let's go for an assassination. Down, boy. Got him. Okay, you're going down. And so are you. Come on. Say goodnight. Oh wait, no, no. There we go. Now, we should be able to see a Geth dropship coming in. This next portion of the fight has 2 phases, or 2 options. What you can do is you can actually take out the Geth dropship directly. And it's amazing how much firepower my sniper rifle has. I mean, look at this. Take a look at the health bar of that Geth dropship. Look at it now. That's amazing. That thing's a dropship. That's some powerful ass weaponry I got right here. But what we can do is we have 2 options. We can take out the Geth dropship itself, or we can take out each of the individual soldiers on foot. It's really up to us. If we want to maximize our experience gain, however, I think we want to take out the foot soldiers and just wipe them all out. I am going to take them all out on foot because I want a challenge. We're going to sit here and play sniper. This is actually going to let us stay out of harm's way. We're not going to have to worry about rockets. These are shock troopers, so they pretty much rely on assault rifles, and I think they have shotguns. Let's go ahead and I'm going to whittle them down one by one. We're going to start off taking out several enemies on foot at first, and then I'm going to move in, and me and my squad are going to engage in close combat. Alright, got 3 of them down. And every time you take out a soldier, it will drop in new troops to support. The dropship will actually take out new troops, and you'll have to take out even more soldiers. So depending on what kind of gear you have, you may want to just go ahead and take out the dropship if you're having a hard time, but it will reduce the amount of experience that you gain overall. But let's go ahead and just start. Let's keep sniping them for a while. I want to have a little fun here. Yeah. Say goodbye. Aw, come on. Yeah. Ragdoll. Oh, you landed in, huh? Okay. I'm thinking maybe a few more enemies, and I'm gonna get on foot and start taking them head on. Oh yeah, get some, baby. Get some. Oh yeah. 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 Okay, come on. Get dealt with, boy. Alright, this is probably the last guy I'm gonna take out on foot. I mean, I'm sorry, take out with my sniper rifle. Once this guy's down, we're gonna move in. Alright, let's go ahead and move in. Let's get to the Mako. Alright, let's move up. We're gonna move on down. Aw, crap, I missed. Alright, get a nice grouping here. Yeah, bitch. Tasty. Oh, get fucking dealt with. No, no, no. Oh, son of a bitch, I messed this up. Interesting. Look at that, that's amazing. Okay, you know what? Get fucking run over. Get fucking dealt with. Yeah. I did not obtain my driver's license. Oops. Okay. I'm switching it up. Switching it up. Come here. Yeah, bitch. Get dealt with. Let's go ahead and get Tally to use a little bit of overload. Okay, they're flanking us. We gotta be extremely careful that we keep an eye on all of our surroundings. We do not want to be caught in a situation where we cannot, where we're gonna be taken down from both sides. But we're gonna be using this bulwark here for cover. this little wall, a little barrier. And just take him out. Okay. Let's get Tali switch up to a shotgun. Or, here we go. Oh boy. That's not good. Okay. Let me go ahead and get an immunity going up. Get knocked down, baby. Okay, Tali's in trouble. Can Tali hack this guy? No, she cannot. That could be a problem. Hey, Wrex? Okay, this is going south real fast. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna give Tali some gear to help her survive. We need a combat exoskeleton, and we're gonna need energized plating. Same thing for Wrex. Let's get her outfitted. Actually, you know what? We could just let her have the armor and give her a medical exoskeleton. And I'm looking pretty good, so let me just go ahead and get myself some medical. Alright. Okay. Alright. Tali and Wrex are on the other side of this wall, and I don't think they're in a good position, so yeah, that's not good. Okay. Let's see what I can do here. Gonna think on this one. Okay, he's down. Alright, we gotta stay in cover for a while. Let's move to this side. Gonna let my guys get their shields back. Here we go. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and get Tali's sabotage going on.
That's number 2. Let's hit the next base.
Oh yeah, get fucking dealt with, boy. Alright, this is the last guy, right here. Here he is.
Dead and done, just the way I like 'em.
Done deal. Alright, we've taken out the Geth outpost. I probably made it a little bit harder than I needed to for myself. But we are done here. Let me go ahead and just stand in the center of this nice little fortification right here and admire the view. Yeah, baby. I'm doing work. Commander Shepard. Just putting in that work, baby. But now that we're done here, we pretty much collected everything that we need to on the surface of Casbin. Let's go ahead and call for exfil. Alright, we are back on the Normandy, but I think it's time to call it a vid. What I will be doing next time is I will be pursuing the remaining, or not the next 2 ones, but I will be doing, let's take a look here. Let's take a look at the galaxy map and I'm going to show you what my plans are. It'll be a lot easier to show it to you than try and, just talk about it. But we'll be taking on the Tereshkova system in the next video, and then after that we'll be going to Gagarin. So that's the plan. But for right now, I just want to thank you guys for joining, and I appreciate your patience. And I just want to wish you a happy day, night, evening, afternoon, wherever you may be in this universe or the next. And I hope to see you into my next vid. But until then, farewell. Bye.